Welcome back, everyone, to Mario's Gaming World.
Watch this.
I hope you all had a fantastic week as usual. Last week, we had our grand opening, which was very successful, and we also went to the Scarborough Regionals, where I met a bunch of my fans. We had a great time socializing and enjoying each other's company throughout the entire day. Now, as you may have noticed, I have a t-shirt that says Mario's Gaming World on it, as well as the trading card sales part and the tournaments part. While we briefly talked about it last week because of the grand opening, we're going to touch on it a little more detail today, and by it I mean advertising. Advertising is super important for the business. It allows people to know who you are, what you have to offer, and any vital information like prices, sales, and other fun factors that will affect customers walking through that door. Now, there are a whole list of ways you can advertise. For this video, I think we'll go specific to the gaming business because we are a gaming business here, right? So what more appropriate than that? However, we might reference a couple other things here and there just to make a point, but we'll focus specifically on the gaming world for now. So let's get started. A first thing you want to realize is that there are multiple platforms on which you can advertise on. Whether it be your signs, whether it be signs on the road, billboards, radio, newspaper, television, if you feel like going that route. Now, the gaming business in specific likes to tailor to an audience that are more attuned to social media. So, social media plays a big part in that role. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube to an extent. Unintentionally, this YouTube channel technically qualifies as advertising for the business. Because of this YouTube channel, believe it or not, I've made sales already. People have messaged me asking for cards, and we've arranged different shipping options, different prices. We've talked about suggestions on maybe what they can get to complement that, or maybe if a certain card or cards isn't attuned to a specific deck or isn't as effective. So we've processed some sales already and established great customer service on the other side. However, it wouldn't have existed if this YouTube channel didn't exist. So, plus 1 point for YouTube. If you think about it, a lot of gaming businesses do use YouTube for their advertising. Pro Play Games is one example. Whenever they launch their streams from their PPGs, every video has that mandatory speech about here's the next Pro Play tournament, here's what's going on, here's the prize pool, blah 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 blah. That's advertising because it's getting you hooked and interested, and potentially you'll be a customer to them by going to that tournament and spending your money on their tournament fee, spending money on cards. The list just keeps going, right? On the bigger side of things, let's talk about Magic for a moment. You know, there's Channel Fireball. They have all of their pro players that make content for their channel. That's advertising because if a pro player is saying, you should play this card is really good, then you're going to buy that card because you want to compete. Unless it's not what you care about, but assuming that is what you care about, you're going to be more inclined to purchase a card, and hopefully you'll be inclined to purchase it from them. Facebook is a second powerful tool when it comes to advertising. Yeah, you can pay to boost your posts, and some companies will do that. I haven't had a need to do that. Granted, my Facebook is very young, and I haven't really posted much on there. Before we get back to Facebook though, I think we need to take a small break and open a box. So talking about the Darkside Dimensions re-release, this product is the only way really to get the Blue Eyes alternative White Dragon, which is a very hard card to find because there's very little quantity out there, and that's made the price a little bit higher, so it's not really budget for your average player. Let's say budget. Now this re-release gives the casual player another chance to get that alternative Blue Eyes, as well as other cards they might want from that set. I don't really know what else people would want, but whatever, you know. Maybe somebody wants to play Cubics. I don't know, whatever. Now, there's two ways I could go about this. Technically, there's a lot of ways that I could go about this. I could, one, just put the item in the store and call it a day. You know, maybe someone will see it, maybe someone will want to buy it because they see it. Maybe I'll suggest that someone should buy it if they're looking to play Blue Eyes and they don't have alternatives. That's fine. Another way you can go about this is get the fire rolling by advertising. So here's a Facebook post that I've written for this product, letting people know it exists. Let's be real, this wasn't advertised like a main set, like Ignition Assault or Dual Overload. This kind of just fell through the crack as another release for this, you know, limited edition set. So people might not know it really exists. Now I'm making people know it exists. I'm allowing people to understand that if you want Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, it's a great time to get it. And quantities are short on a limited product like this, so come get it now. That being said, now that that post exists, it might entice people and get their brain rolling, thinking, oh, maybe I should get that now and buy some packs, maybe get the Blue Eyes, or whatever else I'm looking for. That's just a good example of advertising and marketing, letting people know you have product, why it's beneficial for them to have it, and you go from there. It is very important that when you're advertising, you try to not tell people what they need, because some people will not like that. Some people will not buy from you if you tell them what you need. Instead, what you want to do is ask the customer what they want. Once they give you an idea what they want, you can sink in and identify with the customer, here are some cards that will help your strategy. And then you talk with them a little bit more, and there you go. So it's very important to keep in mind that being forceful and saying, you need to buy this product right now, is not really the best way to go about it. On an aside, card games are pretty famous for releasing product you have to have. You need to have if you want to be competitive and you want to actually compete. Dual Overload is an example of that. That's coming out in March, and in May we're getting the Eternity Code, which is the best booster set we've had in a very long time. Those are things that people are going to need to have the singles for if they want to compete at Nationals in a month or two later. Last type of advertising I really want to go over in this video is the word of mouth concept. Again, that's the concept that people will spread your business for you, whether they're happy or, unfortunately, sometimes if they're not happy. That's negative word of mouth. That's the stuff you kind of want to just stay away from. In order to increase your positive word of mouth, you have to be nice to your customers and to the people that follow you. If you guys have noticed, I've made it a point to do my best to answer every single comment that you guys leave. By the way, thank you for the comments, thank you for the likes and the subscribes. It does go along with the YouTube algorithm, and it's getting more and more people to me to share my story and to share the story of the business. Going back to that, answering comments is very, very important to me because it establishes a nice positive relationship with you and the person leaving the comment. I could ignore everyone's comments. I could just post my videos every week, call it a week, you know, not look at my YouTube for 6 days and whatever. But that's not really a nice experience for me or you or anyone else for that matter. Answering the comments allows you to stay engaged with what's going on, allows your feedback to be heard, it allows your story to be told in a way as well. Building that relationship is going to build our relationship, which is in turn gonna maybe make you recommend this to someone else. You know, that Mario guy from Mario's Gaming World, you should check out that channel because he's actually really cool and I'm a complete fan. He talks to me, he understands, he's great. That's just an example of what that does. The same principle applies in every other business as well. You know, the good customer service and talking to customers does create that relationship, and good relationships get spread out that way. If you do ever get negative word of mouth, like bad stuff, you kind of want to squash that as soon as possible. Negative word of mouth will spread like wildfire, unlike positive word of mouth, which is a slow climb. Finally, we get into the nice thing about today's advertising. If you go the social media route, a lot of it is free or very cheap. You know, back in the day, newspapers, television, radio, those are things you had to do because the internet didn't exist, and older businesses had to get their name out there somehow. So you had to pay money for that. But we're entering a world where more and more people are on their phones, on the computer, on the internet, and they're just browsing, looking at things that interest them, including YouTube and other websites that allow you to host this free advertising. So there's really no reason to not take advantage of it because it's crucial, and every person that is a fan and that sees you will probably spread you to someone else. Of course, it's not 100% sure, that's not 100% true. There are people that just, you know, they watch, they don't care. There are people that see ads and don't care, they move on with their lives. But a lot of customers will spread it if they are happy and satisfied. But now, circling back, it's all about how you advertise and getting yourself out there in the first place. And if you don't do that, none of this really happens anyway. You're just gonna be, you know, someone in a basement or someone in an office or someone in a store with, you know, some cards, some inventory, but nobody's coming because you didn't let anyone know you exist and maybe you don't have any friends. So don't do that. Advertise. If you ever plan on launching a business of any kind, whether it be gaming, whether it be online or physical location, just get the advertising done and keep at it, don't stop, and as long as you have a positive reputation, everything will be fine and you'll be making money, hopefully. So I'm heading to the shop because we open up on Friday nights. Usually Friday nights just consist of some open play testing, selling things, buying things, and people just come and hang out and have fun, have a good time with each other. So hopefully today we're gonna sell some Theros, sell some Darkside Dimensions, sell some singles. Let's see what happens. I'm super excited because we accomplished all of our goals. We sold some Theros boxes, we sold out of the Darkside Dimensions, which is fantastic, and then sold some singles and some snacks. Friday was a good day. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you at the tournament tomorrow.
Do you want to know what I'm playing? No.
Yeah.
I'm going for 3 domain. I might as well put the camera at the very least.
Ryan. Like my
Like it don't really matter.
I actually have to zoom in.
I haven't
ordering
eaten
pizza
all day.
tonight.
Sorry?
Ordering pizza tonight.
Oh, are we? Oh, because it's a testing night?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
His testicles removed or something? He hasn't walking around with metal testicles?
Hi.
Today's tournament consists of 12 people, so that's going to be 4 rounds plus top 4. I'll go ahead and post the decks right here. Go ahead and guess in the comments below which decks you think will make the top 4, and we'll find out if you're right or not.
Look at the OCD monitor on my camera.
Yeah.
Okay. So I see Blake. That's all I see.
Would you mind moving to the left or to the right?
Okay. Are we ready yet?
Yeah.
Is this good enough? Oh, yeah, that's fine, whatever.
Okay. All this for crappy pizza.
Yeah, pretty good.
Alright.
Domino's is good, man.
Oh, I find that really, I don't know.
They're like here.
Ryan doesn't like it.
I never really used to eat
I like it.
I dated this girl who, like, she got me into eating it, like, all the time.
Well, that means you're not a selfish
Oh,
lover.
dude, I got one.
I guess pineapple does belong on pizza.
It balances it well.
It does.
Just like surprisingly good.
Oh no.
It depends
Don't
on other
unsubscribe.
ingredients.
Don't unsubscribe.
It's the other ingredients that matter.
Put a thumbs down if you don't think pizza belongs on. Wait, pineapple belongs on pizza.
Apple?
Apple.
Apple belongs on pizza.
What you gotta do, you gotta be like, oh, if you think pizza, I mean,
Can I see a small slice?
pineapple doesn't
What you
belong
need
on
on it
pizza,
is
leave
lettuce.
a thumbs up.
Lettuce pizza, let's
So
go.
then you just get a bunch of people liking the video
I
because
mean,
they hate it.
basically.
Next time, if you get like a million thumbs down, you just sit there eating pineapple pizza
That's
for the
their
entire
punishment.
video.
Would anyone be ejected if I saw a small
I have the
slice?
tin in the other hand. I don't know.
So the top 4 ended up being the 2 Cyber Dragon decks, the Altergeist, and the Monarchs. Eventually, Cyber Dragons won it all. Which Cyber Dragon, you ask? Well, maybe you'll find out eventually.
Yeah, get over
This
here.
is my baby.
That's your baby? Mm-hmm. Give me the thumbs up. Yeah. That's it for this week's content. I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Next week, we're going to Montreal for regionals, but more importantly, we have a fun and exciting topic. We're going to get into the mathematics behind opening a card shop. I've yet to do any videos about math so far, and I really like math, so I hope you guys share my enthusiasm and are looking forward to next week's content. If you guys are interested in one of these shirts, you will see a link to my Teespring store where you can find this shirt in the description bar, as well as the Facebook page, the Twitter, and just other generic information I feel that's useful to put down there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great week.